Dear Lord, please let the words that flow from me be in your spirit. Amen. So, one thing I want to address first and foremost in this video is the fact that I see once again in my feed constantly coming up is a new Rapture date. And while I do say enduring is difficult, and the world is difficult to live in, especially when other humans lack empathy, they don't care, they are very selfish, the list goes on as to how backwards it can be and how frustrating it is to live in such a world when you are, someone who is empathic and does care about the world and everyone in it. You have to stop looking for an escape. And that is what, I guess, keeps me here. That is what keeps me grounded. So when it comes to these rapture dates just constantly, and maybe it's people just hoping, just really hoping against hope, and just wanting to escape without taking their own lives or without any effort being put into anything. They want their lives to change. They're sick of the situation. They're sick of this world. They're just tired of all the nonsense and all the time wasting and what have you. The list goes on, it goes on, it goes on. But the world is not going to change if you don't change it, if you don't do your part to change it. You could say free will. You can go onto this video, listen to this message that I'm saying and being like, well, free will doesn't exist, or it does exist, or it's not you that's going to change anything. I've been guilty of saying that before. It's not you that does the changing, it's God. Whatever the case may be, if you do not try, nothing will get done, nothing will happen, because you could, God, I have so much that's going on in my mind right now. It's a jumbled mess, but ultimately, what I want to say is to anyone who believes that the rapture is happening today, get prepared for the date to pass and nothing to happen. That is what it means when you're called to endure, when you're called to spread the word and everything. Be ready, because we don't know. None of us know. I'm guilty of playing into this apocalyptic narrative myself, and there was one day where I back in the ending of September, I posted a video that something was happening on October 6th. Nothing of note really happened on October 6th of 2024, but I was in the moment and I felt in my bones that it absolutely was going to happen, and nothing happened. Nothing. And in my spiritual journal leading up to that point, it was made note. There was a note that was like, it will happen, it will be big, you will not be able to miss it. And guess what? It came, it went, nothing happened. So there's a fine line between receiving the word of God and creating a delusion in your head. And it's up to us every single day to use our discernment. Every single moment of every single day, we need to use our discernment, and we need to see what we're playing into, what we're putting out in the world, because as I have embodied throughout my time, the last 14 years has been, you put out what you receive, or what you receive is what you put out. What you exude is what you attract to yourself. So, I mean, Friedrich Nietzsche is has a great quote on this. It's basically, if you stare into the abyss will also stare back into you, and if you hunt dragons, dragons will hunt you, or something to that effect. I'm misquoting it. I absolutely know I'm misquoting it, but the sentiment is still there, and I don't care about the 100% quote on that. I'm not saying don't look for it. I'm not saying don't look for the rapture, don't look forward to it. What I'm saying is, and I've had conversations with people that have been like, well, I've been waiting for 30 plus years. And if you're not careful and you don't live in the moment and you don't make magic and you don't make the best of your situation, then what ultimately is going to happen is you're going to be at the end of those 30 years and you're going to look back, and if all you did was sit there and is ingest rapture content and focus on leaving, then what have you left behind here in your own wake? Is it just a bunch of wasted time? There is balance that is needed to be demonstrated for happiness to occur, for fulfillment to occur. I talk about it very regularly. That's probably the biggest through line that I have to any and all of the videos that I've put out thus far, is that there has to be balance. Now, speaking of balance, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not someone who has all the knowledge of the world. I'm just a dude with a camera that is talking about my previous experience and talking about life. Now, yes, I did put out a video the other day that that discussed how enduring was really difficult. It seems like I'm in a dark place. There is just a lot that is happening. And when a lot is condensed in a short amount of time, I hate it. That is just too much. There is such a thing as too much happening. And I'm in it right now. I'm in the middle of it. That is what is causing me stress. That is why I'm sleeping poorly throughout most of the nights recently. And that is just where I'm at right now. Too much happening all at once, complete upheaval, and in my personal life, just with the amount of stuff that is happening with family, with friends, all the events that are just stacked on back-to-back-to-back weekends, and big trips happening. And it's not just lounging trips either. It's, long flights, picking your seats, it's making it to the airport on time, it's getting there and then not knowing exact travel plans, not having a lot of stuff planned out. It is stressful. But, as I say, you have to embrace the suck. You have to make peace with the situation. When you come to grips with it, you can then create a plan and get through it. After this month is done, I am done for a long while. I am not hosting any major event. I'm not going to any major event. It's gonna be a forced vacation and rest period. And if anybody in my personal life has a problem with that, they're gonna get a big earful about it. They're gonna know exactly where I stand and why I stand where I stand. Now, with that being said, let's focus on the balance part. Let's focus on the content, because I have not always been a spiritual channel, a religious channel, a channel that preaches about Jesus Christ. I have not. I've talked about it at length that I used to be a channel that played video games. And then it was about 2 years ago that I started talking about spiritual. And then I tried to combine my love of video games and the spiritual into a series called Spiritual Gamer. Didn't really work out very well. It was kind of fun, but also lost its luster really quick. So I use that little history as a segue into an announcement, in that I say it all the time. We are spiritual beings living a physical existence, and you are going to see more of my human side. What does that mean? I'm expanding. I'm not just talking about Jesus. I'm not just talking about the gospel. I'm not just talking about spiritual and this, that, whatever. What I'm going to do is talk about whatever is on my mind. I have a new microphone that is being delivered tomorrow. I'm setting up a temporary setup. I've talked about it before with the PC that needs to be set up. But where my permanent office / workout area is nowhere near ready, and it's the dead of winter, and it's not smart to be storing electronic equipment out there. So I'm not going to do that with my stuff. What I'm going to be doing is setting up a temporary desk space, and I will be expanding the type of content that I do. I'm going to be talking about trending topics. I'm going to be having a podcast. I'm going to be playing video games with friends. I might even stream a game or two, all on YouTube. It's all 100% through YouTube. I used to have a Twitch. I'm completely abandoning that platform, and I'm setting it up here. Maybe dabble with Patreon, I don't know. But in addition to that stuff, I also have this book that I'm writing, and again, I'm taking it with a realistic approach, and it's taking its sweet time as I develop the world and move forward with that. But really, ultimately, where I'm at right now is I just bringing it back to center, finding balance, finding my happy place. I just need you guys to know that things are changing. And in addition to me saying things are changing, I'm telling you all that you have to do your part. You have to take accountability for your life, and you have to do what you can to make yourself happy. Happiness is not a sin. Happiness is not a sin. That's all I have to say. So, guys, as always, thank you to all the new subscribers. If this endeavor is something that you enjoy, if you enjoy listening to me, if you're looking forward to the future of the channel, the growth as we continue to move forward, and the expansion of, the content, whatever I do, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe. I would appreciate that too, but liking it would push it out to more people. And I would love you forever, even though I already love you all. If you watch this far, if you do anything, whatever, if you deem me worthy of any amount of attention, I really appreciate it. But ultimately, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you that. Thank everyone as always. And then get on out of here, because it's the middle of the work day, and I just wanted to take a brief moment while I had it to address you all. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much as always, and until the next time, my name is Ken, and I'll see you then.